Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex Death Reaper here, and welcome to today's episode of my new little thingamajigger I'm calling Forum Talk for Diablo 3. Again, this is just, this is me talking about what's going on with Diablo 3 right now as we all eagerly await the game. Today is Wednesday the 20th. I'm going to be gone for the weekend. I'm going to go camping tomorrow up until Sunday, so I thought I would make a video for you guys. And today I just wanted to go over a few things. Here from the Diablo 3 website, I wanted to first go over the crafting system that they released back in August of 2010. So if you ever go to the Diablo 3 website on Blizzard.com, you can check this out for yourself. But for now, just a quick overview of the crafting. One of the things that I got excited about for the crafting was just the fact that you have your merchant or whatever you want to call him travel with you, and they level up as you progress throughout the game. Let's see. So they got this little intro section. Let's see. Please enter your date of birth. Do you guys ever do this? Like, I was born in 1912. On January 1st. There you go. Hey, it worked! What do you know? We're actually going to... I pulled this tab up, I almost forgot. We're actually going to watch the video here on YouTube, a little bit better quality. So let's just go ahead and check out the crafting video.
Hi, this is Jay Wilson, Game Director on Diablo 3. Today I'm going to tell you about a new feature we've added called Artisans. Artisans are special NPCs who help the player in his fight against Diablo by lending their skills as craftsmen. This is a concept of the blacksmith, the first artisan you'll encounter in Diablo 3. You don't start the game with access to artisans. You discover them on your journey through Sanctuary. The loyalty of these craftsmen is not given freely, it has to be earned. When you encounter them in the game, you'll have to gain their trust and loyalty by being the hero that we all know you are.
Okay, really quick, before we go on in the video, I just wanted to point out a few things on this. First off, they're called artisans. My bad, not merchants. Secondly, guys, look at the user interface on this. Check this out. If you look down here on the bottom left, you can read the text that they're saying. So I guess it's a quest. You're talking to this guy named Hadrig Aemon, and he's saying, "It's my wife. She's very sick. If the worst has come, I cannot bear to see her like that." And he wants you to help him out. Also, up here it says New Tristram, and you can look on the map. You can kind of see the little layout of New Tristram already. You can see where you're at. Let's see. Find Hadrig the blacksmith on the northern edge of Tristram. Okay, and then also I'm gonna not move my mouse for a second. If you look on the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see the setup of the skill bar that they have already. And now this player is obviously the monk. And so the monk, check out his little mana orb on the right. That's not mana, that's yellow. What is that? Is that root beer? Is it butter beer? No, this ain't Harry Potter. No, but that's kind of cool to look at. But of course, this may be different. This is an old video. I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting to look at. All right, let's continue watching the video.
Once you've gained their trust, they will follow you throughout your adventures, aiding you any way that they can.
That's cool. You want me to read that? Crafting.
We knew we wanted to add a crafting system to Diablo 3, but we felt that the idea that the player would have a side job on top of the immediate pressure of saving the world didn't really fit the tone of a Diablo game. We also didn't want the player to have to spend a ton of time banging on an anvil when they should be out killing things. So instead, artisans will do the crafting for you.
Alright guys, I just wanted to look at this. Check this out. This is your inventory screen over here on the right side. And I guess it kind of looks the same. Looks a little bit different, simplified. It has the. I wish you could customize the look of your person. But then again, I also see the benefits of not being able to do that. Then over here on the left, what do you guys think about the layout right now of how it is? Looking at an item, obviously it says right-click to buy. Looks pretty easy. It shows you. I don't really like the 72 armor all big and red. I don't know, because then it has all the smaller stats, but I don't know. That just doesn't seem like they should be highlighting, armor. Just because in Diablo 2, I would ask everybody while I'm playing. I said, "Hey guys, should I get this, this helmet that has 50 armor, over this other helmet that has only 25 armor, but it has a bunch of other resistances and other stats?" and everybody was saying, Alex, armor really isn't, the most important thing. You want to look at the other stats. So I don't think they should be, highlighting just that fact. It might be a little bit misleading, but, it may be different this time around. Anyways.
As you can see, the blacksmith has set up shop in New Tristram and is ready to help out. Artisans can act as a normal vendor, selling a variety of useful items and purchasing anything you don't want to keep in your bag. All artisans can also...
Check that out. Look at that. Craft, repair, and socket. Isn't that cool? You can get sockets in any of your item. Anyways.
So craft certain items, depending on the type of artisan. The blacksmith mostly focuses on weapons and some types of armor. On top of that, all artisans have special abilities unique to them. The blacksmith can repair items, but most importantly, he can add gem sockets to some item types that do not already have sockets, regardless of the quality of the item. In addition, all artisans have training options so you can upgrade them, and talk options for that all-important gossip about what's happening in the world of Sanctuary. Let's talk about crafting first. Crafted items are meant to be an alternate way for the player to acquire items. Artisans learn recipes for items as they level up, but some of the best recipes are found in the game world as drops off of monsters. Once an artisan has learned a recipe, he can craft it as long as you provide the materials and some gold to cover his expenses. In keeping with Diablo tradition, we didn't want a crafting system that produced completely predictable items, so most items your artisan creates will have a series of set and random properties. Here we see a few items that have some set, but mostly random properties. These could be good for any class depending on what properties they produce.
He's making things cool. Oh, I want to play this game so bad.
The main special skill of the blacksmith is his ability to add gem sockets to specific item types. This is regardless of quality of the item, so a rare or legendary weapon could have sockets added to it. This allows gems to be used to a much greater degree in Diablo 3 than the previous games.
Oh.
To craft items you need materials. Materials are acquired primarily through salvaging. You can use a special artifact you acquire that allows you to break items down into materials that can be reused in the crafting process. This has a couple of advantages. Less trips to the vendor to sell items because you can easily break them down while you're adventuring. And any items you don't need you can recycle in the hopes that they can be turned into something better. Artisans can be improved over time. The artisan does this by using crafting materials you provide him to train and practice. As you can see, once you've acquired the right materials, the upgrade process is quick. The goal here is to put the time investment into acquiring the materials you need through fighting monsters, not have you spend tons of time in town with your vendor. Ooh. One of the great things about artisans is that they are visualized in the world. As
He's
you can
evolving.
See, now that the blacksmith has leveled up, the look of his shop is improved. Here's an example of how much a single artisan can improve throughout the game with this fully upgraded blacksmith. Once you're done dealing with your artisan, you're free to take your newly acquired fat loot and return to monster fighting and rainbow viewing.
Did he just say fat? Oh, here's some monk gameplay, baby. Get some. Get some, monk. There you go. I'm a house. Dropping hose. Straight up dropping hose. Is that it? Is that it? Alright, guys. Hey, that was pretty cool. So you guys, check out Diablo 3's YouTube channel. Anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think about the crafting so far? I think it's awesome. I definitely love the fact that you can add sockets. Let's see, the jeweler. Okay, so there's different artisans. There's different ones. So I guess in there he talked about the blacksmith. Right here it says the jeweler. The jeweler can remove gems from sockets, allowing you to reuse gems over time. How awesome is that? In Diablo 2, there were so many times where I did not want to, put my perfect skull into an item, because then you lose it forever. And it took you weeks of playing just to get that perfect skull. So that's really cool. Although I did notice in the video when he added the socket into the item, it cost a crap load of gold. A whole crap load of gold. I was like, whoa, that's expensive. So, maybe that it could not be what it realistically is going to look like or what it's going to cost in the game, just because we don't know where that footage came from, or what point in the process of making the game that footage came from. Anyways, So yeah, guys, check out these. Check out the crafting, and it's just another thing of this game that I'm very, very excited about. I think it's going to be awesome. It's just another aspect that adds depth to the game. You can spend, a full 2 or 3 hours just hanging out with your artisans and upgrading your items, salvaging things, which is awesome, crafting new items, and just experimenting with different recipes. And that's it for the crafting today. We're gonna go ahead and close out this tab. Actually, we're just gonna go back to the main page. Another thing that I wanted to go over is I went to gamingblend.com, and they say Diablo. This is some old news, but it says Diablo 3 playable demo will be at Gamescom 2011, and Gamescom is going to be in Cologne, Germany. So, unfortunately, I'm nowhere close to Cologne, Germany, and there's no way I'm going to be there, because I'm broke, probably like a lot of you. But if somebody out there is going to be playing this demo at Diablo 3, please record it. I don't care if you have to sneak in your camera and hide it in your shirt, or put it in your girlfriend's cleavage and duct tape the on button so it stays on the whole time as you're playing. I do not care. Do it. Do it and secretly send me the video. Not really, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just saying, if you legally are allowed to record, please do it. Let me know, or just even post it on YouTube for everybody else. That would make me extremely happy. So yeah, guys, let me know who's going to be going to Gamescom. I personally haven't been able to go to any kind of gaming conference, whether it be BlizzCon or Gamescom or Comic-Con even. I don't know, I just thought that'd be cool. So I'm thinking, when is Gamescom? Let's see. When is it? Does it say in this article? No, it does not. I'm sure, though, after, the day of Gamescom, I'm going to be checking YouTube every single day and looking for videos. Alright, guys, the last thing I wanted to go over for today was in the forums. I went to this thread by I'm Not Asian from US West, and the thread title was I have a feeling D3 will suck. And let me just tell you what he says. He says, as a warning, I'm not wordsmith. I don't know what that means. Tier sets. After a month or so, higher end gems will be put on the obvious auction house system and bought because farmers will farm gems all day. PvP will be restricted. PvE content will be a breeze. He says, come on, it won't be hard. He goes on to say that Hell mode's going to be a breeze, and just the game in general is going to be super easy. No strategy, blah, blah, blah. He also says what made Diablo 2 was so successful was how unrestrictive it was. Anyways, he says, I get the feeling I'll buy it, I'll reach level 60, play for a bit longer, then call it quits. This game just gives the illusion of choice like Cataclysm, and it's pretty sad. And the reason I chose this forum is I wanted to see what you guys thought. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the direction that Diablo 3 is going so far? I personally, I can't wait any longer to play the game. I don't care. I really, I just want to play the game. The reason I picked this thread, though, was because the very last post on this first page was from Bashiak. And he replies, he says, that's a lot of assumptions, and as you said, I'm not going to be able to convince you otherwise, so I'm not going to spend precious finger fuel and try. But I do think there's something to be said for over-designing games and systems, and that, he says, and that to no small degree, what can make a game fun is how loose the mechanics are. I believe we're completely guilty of trying to make systems too tight sometimes, but I just personally do not get that feeling when playing Diablo 3. He says, for one, the amount of randomization we're not only allowing but actively inserting into pretty much all of our systems is pretty insane, and randomization just purely does not allow for tight mechanic control by its nature. And then there's the runestone system, which no sane designer would ever attempt if they had notions of tight balance on their list of goals. Diablo 3 is well designed in many ways, but it is set on a very solid foundation of randomization and uncertainty. I think that's what will make discovering everything the game has to offer extremely compelling and very likely for years to come. Well said, Bashiak. I mean, that says it all. Randomization, there's going to be so many different things. There's going to be so many different builds you can try, just items and gems and everything. I do not think that Diablo 3 is, going to be one of those games where you beat it and then you're like, meh, I'm done. I'm going to go play something else. No way. No way. This game, I have a feeling myself and a lot of you guys are going to be spending a very, very high amounts of time playing this game. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think? Let me know. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys after this weekend. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!